What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another episode of Cut the Crap. It's your host, Christian, here with my main man, Rex and Steven. Today is going to be a little bit of a different day. As Steven knows, Rex probably just finding out for the first time. We did an episode, a podcast, maybe, I want to say a couple months ago. And at the end of the podcast, I gave my flowers to a friend of mine that was battling cancer. Unfortunately, the battle is over and my friend has lost the fight. He has died, age of 36 years old. And this is very hard for me to even talk about. So I'm trying to do my best to hold it together. But one thing I wanted to talk about, because it was brought up today, or it was brought up yesterday during a counseling session I was in, about different stages of grief and depression and what you kind of go through. So I kind of just wanted to talk about it because it is something that needs to be normalized and like, no, hey, look, unfortunately, you're going to lose people in your life that you really care about and love. And, sometimes you're going to go through these stages and it's okay to go through these stages and go through it. So today we're going to just go through that real quick and kind of go through it. On the bright side for Steven, though, that means Steven moved up the list. I had 5 best friends. I'm down to 4. Steven gets promoted now to number 3. So congratulations, Steven.
Bro, I don't even like that under that circumstance, man. Like, no.
You said to go with it, so I'm going with it. I'm going with it. I'm going with it. You said to go with it.
No, bro. I stay in the place that I'm at because that's eternal, bro.
That's right. He doesn't ever leave.
Nah, facts.
He never does. But I figure I'd just make it a little lighthearted, real quick joke. But that was horrible. But anyways,
no. That was good. That was good. That was good. That was in a sense of comedy.
Sometimes I gotta just joke around with it, and it sucks because last night I got on the game for the first time since his passing. Just to kind of like kill the time. I was going through a rough night. So I said, let me just hop on. And I went to play Call of Duty. As a lot of you guys know, I play that game a lot. And if it ain't my luck, if you guys follow me on Facebook, you already saw it last night. But one of the random people that I started to play with, his name was my friend's name.
Oh.
So that hit so hard. I literally just like cried the whole game while playing. I'm like, he's over there. One shot, crying, sniffing. Yeah. But seriously, it does hurt. And I just wanted to talk about it because understanding depression and all that is very important. Depression is normally, I guess, the best way to let's start as far as defining it. Depression is, just in general, it's just like sadness. It's mentioned. Sometimes it's mentioned as a medical condition with emotional, physical, or cognitive symptoms, and with grief, it's the same way. So that kind of just underlines it. But there's different types out there, and damn, I can't even think right now. My brain is everywhere, dude. But
it's all good. Take your time, because if you don't mind me stepping in, first thing first, I want to say my condolences to yourself, and your friend and his family and everybody around and in that close circle. It's a tough situation. It's a tough thing, absolutely. But from prior conversations and other topics about, of course, depression, but essentially dealing with something and having it dealing with it eternally, like something outside coming in and dealing with it that way. Y'all should know me by now that you're supposed to feel things. You're supposed to feel things, right? So to me, like, just from the time that I know you, like, I'm gonna tell you, go ahead and feel the way that you want to feel, and go through it, because you will overcome that. It's obviously takes time. No one's gonna be here to be like, oh, hurry up, get over it, right? But
exactly, yeah.
At the same time, you should also be very aware and know, as a friend that cares, that like, go ahead and feel the way you need to feel. You know what I mean? Go ahead and experience all those emotions. I think it's the most purest thing, and it's the silver lining, and it's also like the beauty in the struggle of what is life, right? That, like, I
Yeah.
always look at life as the two drama mask, right? It's like comedy and tragedy, and it's literally like this in this episode that's going on right now. We talk about a bit of tragedy, and you're able to throw in, some form of comedy in it, because that essentially is the balance right there, right? And it's clear that from that, like, you'll be able to handle yourself from that point, right? Is just being able to balance with how you really feel, and just keeping up the way that you should be. So again, as I said, like, my condolences to you and yours and everybody in that circle around. You got to go do what you got to do, and it won't be any easier when the time goes on, but um as time and quote unquote normalizes, it will just be another thing to add on, another part of the cloak that you wear, or the cape, I should say, not even a cloak, right? Not You're not hiding from anything, but part of the cape that you would wear. Right? It's just another thing to add on.
Yeah, definitely. And there's a lot of stages of grief. Um, going through the stages real quick, you got sadness, anger, guilt, confusion, sometimes even relief. Um, and it's funny because and the counselor was like, you're gonna probably get to a stage where you're gonna get like an angry session. I just want you to know it's okay. And she was like, you're just gonna be angry at somebody for no reason. And it's funny because I'm going through the sadness one. I think the anger one just hit this morning, and the reason why I say that is because a lot of people know me and my friend were really really close. Like, where he's the first person I ever met when I moved down to Virginia, um, and I started middle school. He was the first person I met at the bus stop. Took me in like nothing. Fucking showed me around Virginia. We were called like we lived on a street called Buckner Woods, and we were called the Bucktown Crew, and we did everything together, everything. And so right now I have the anger coming out is because I'm seeing I have a lot of people reaching out to me from the Lansdowne days, our high school days. People reaching out to me that just know we were close. It's just angry because it's like it makes me angry because they're acting like we talk all the time, and I know I shouldn't get angry over it, but I am. I don't know why I'm getting angry over it, but like they're like, hey, what's going on? Like, man, it's good to talk to you. Like, can't wait to see you this now. I'm like, so you can't wait to see me now because somebody passed away. Where was that when he was here? Why couldn't you reach out then? Like, I don't know.
Hmm.
I have this
Hmm.
very angry thing, and
I
I
think it's
noticed it today because somebody called me and I was talking to them, and I lied to you not after I hung up. I was like, you fucking bitch. It was like that. I was like,
uh,
whoa. And I had to
uh,
stop and look back like, he ain't do nothing wrong. Why am I? And that's the stage I'm going through right now. And it's weird. It's just like,
I think it's the truth, though. Like, keep it a stack. They ain't talk to you until right, and it's that, like, facade of, like, it's surface level conversation where it's like, how good is it to talk to me again and to say that through this circumstance? So I feel you on that, where, like, it's not like people being phony, it's just more that, like, some people haven't been in many of these social situations, and
mhm.
they end up giving you like that general answer response when you don't, at these times, don't need that. But if people don't know you or feel comfortable to kind of break those traditional, like, lame answers, like stereotypes, then it gets frustrating for sure. Like, for me, I'm not a fan of, like, funerals. I'm not a fan of any of that energy. I try to stay away or outside. I pay my respects in different ways depending on, the case and situation. But it's ultimately because of that. It's because of that weird small talk where, like, I'm kind of like socially inept that way, where I'm like, I don't want to hear that. and I rather just move myself from that and avoid all that because I don't want to hear any of that. I don't need to hear you attempt to just try to make me feel better. Like, if you know me, you should know what to do. You should just be you, and we can talk it out, black and white. You don't need to do all that extra stuff. But I feel like that's where it kind of stems from, is that just that here's a general answer. Oh man, it's nice, can't wait to see you, all this kind of stuff. But that's your dog, you know what I mean? Like, it still is. There'll never be a past tense, right? Like, that is your dog. So you feel that because it's like, bro, like, come on now. Like, really, we don't need to do all that. So that's where I think that it would be stemming from there, you know?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. And so just some things, about this, right? So if you are going through the stages of grief, depression, all that, seek support. Always talk to loved ones, join a support group, consider getting professional help, counseling, stuff like that. Um, so that's I definitely one thing I recommend on seeking support. What about you guys? Anything, Steven?
But I think when I'm not good at these things. Obviously, I've been eerily quiet. I'm just not good at these things. I don't like that.
You know
Um,
what's funny, real quick,
but
before you say what you say, you're not good at these things, but I swear to God, your messages be so clutch. Steven sends the best messages ever. And like, he tries to front right now like he's not, but when it happened, he sent me the greatest message ever. Bro, don't know what to say, but I'm sorry. And if you ever need to talk, I'm here to listen.
And that is real. That's
That
not
and
the
it's just like
ugh.
it hits you
That's
and it's
not
just
the
like,
ugh.
yo,
Yeah.
see, Steven, this is why I love you, bro. This is why you are in the inner circle. Like, you're right there, bro. Like, it's like you always been real since day one. And I don't want nobody to go out there thinking that Steven doesn't know. He does know. He's a little awkward on how he does it, but he is, when it comes down to it in real life, he reaches out to everybody for it. And I just want to thank you for that, Steven. Give you your roses, bro.
Shout out to
I,
you.
I appreciate that. But like in regards to what you're saying, like to people reaching out, um, sometimes I mean uh, life, life comes with death, and death comes with life. So you never know if this weekend those people that haven't reached out to you, a new bond or something can form out of just coming together celebrating this person's life. Um, Hopefully, obviously you can't replace that, but something new can be born. That you never know that you guys might come to find out years later you guys didn't get along that well in high school, but now as you're older, something that'll
I never thought of it like
bring you
that. That's
together
a,
at
a
the
good point.
at the funeral, at the service. Like me, when shit like that happens, 2 weeks ago my aunt's husband died, and bro, I haven't reached out to my cousins like on a one-on-one. I literally just copy and pasted a message that I typed to like one of them, and there's four of them, and I just copy and pasted it. The only person I was really concerned about was my aunt, and I was talking to her like about like every 3 days or so. Like I didn't even like I'm the type of person when somebody passes away in somebody's life, I try not to reach out to them the first day because that shit is just like I feel like that's for those that are near and dear, those immediately in the house, or that are just in your everyday life, like physically. And
Mhm.
then because you know what I'm saying, like when my aunt's husband passed away, bro, I didn't reach for the phone. I was just like, yeah, I have to give him time. And maybe like I just sent her like one message, but I didn't go into detail. And it was literally a text, bro. It wasn't a phone call, none of that. And then the thing that sucks, like especially because it's I went to high school with him. I didn't really know him like that. I mean, I in passing, like Christian and them, yeah, but I didn't really know him like that. But I see a lot of mutual friends posting about it. And what really happens is your mortality starts to come into question too, because you go back from, like Christian says, his first day in Virginia, and now here we are, some 30-year-old fucks, and it's like you never thought that those days seem so far. Like when you were 13, 14, you're like 30, man. That's a long time from now.
Hmm?
But when you look back, like it
Bro,
feels
and
like those years just flew by. Like
it's funny. I go through our messages every night for some reason. It helps me. I don't know. It's weird. Some people say, but I go through it. It gives me comfort, and it's funny because like before all this happened, right before he found out he started his battle, like he would always tell us, like, "Yo, bro, we're old now. We're the old heads. We got to start, bringing our families together. Let's do some family trips." And I agreed with him. I was like, "Yo, that's right. We got to definitely do it." And then, when he was battling cancer, and they thought the first time he was cleared after he finished his first round of chemo, it was like, "Yo, I'm gonna come down to see you, bro. Come to Florida." And that's why I was kind of laughing now, because it's just that memory popped in my head when you were talking for some reason. And it's just funny because my other boy that's up there, his I ain't gonna mention names, but he's up there with him as well. And he was like, "Yeah, bro, we're gonna drive down as soon as you're done, right? As soon as you're clear to go." He was like, "Drive?" He was like, "Yeah, it's only 14 hours." He was like, "Nigga." And he put the meme, the nigga meme. And dude, that's why I just started laughing, because I thought of it. He was like, "Bro, I'm flying." I was like, "Bet you fly. It's only a 2-hour flight. I'll pick you up from the airport, and we'll have the strippers and everything waiting for Tiger when he gets here." He was like, "Bro, forget that. I'm trying to go to the beach." I was like, "Bet, say less. We'll go wherever you want to go, homie." And then just like that was the last like fun message we had. Huh?
Christian, you so judgmental on people that want to do long distance drives now. Because there was a time where I
I
used
no
to
no
look at
I
Christian
didn't
like
care.
he's
That was my
crazy.
boy,
Like,
my boy that passed away. He was the one that said, he was like, "Hell no, I'm not doing that 13-hour drive." I didn't say nothing
Christian,
because they're coming to see me.
that used to be you though, bro.
Yeah.
You'd be like, hey,
Yeah,
I
you
was
would
one of the
go.
first ones. I'm
Yeah,
like, man,
Oh hell yeah! I
after
used to
like
do
four,
16,
if
18
it's
hour
after
drives like
5 hours,
nothing.
I'm flying. Like I was in my mid-20s when eventually I was like, yeah, nah, man, flying, bro. I can't do this driving. Like
yeah.
if you driving and you don't have somewhere to be, like if you say you're going to like on an 18-hour trip, but you got 2 weeks, yeah, absolutely, because you could stop a bunch of times. And you're
Yeah,
like, if you have 2 weeks and you only go to the place for 5, 6 days, oh, absolutely, I'll drive because you stop and this. But most times people in a hurry. Like
yeah.
I'm just like, hang with it. I've
No,
always
no,
wanted to do a
definitely.
suicide run though across the, like with like 4 or 5 people and drive across to California, like a suicide run, bro.
We
But like
talked
I'm talking
about
about
that.
like,
Me and him talked about that. Doing
yeah,
taking two
we just
weeks off, and we were gonna just drive across country, see the country, fucking take our time.
but it's not, but it's it's not a 2 week one. I'm talking about the suicide run. The suicide run
Oh, the
is
24-hour one
you
or
have to
whatever.
sleep during. Nah, you have each person is designated an equal amount of driving time, and you're supposed to be sleeping, and you have a
Yeah,
rotation,
yeah. That's
and
what
you
I
just
seen it
drive
on
the whole way
YouTube. They
through.
do the runs, but they're speeding when they do
Yeah,
it.
bro.
And who could get to from New York to California the fastest. I seen those things, but yeah. So that's a great thing. Another thing, of course, I heard as well. Take care of yourself. Prioritize getting enough sleep, eat well, engage in physical activity. I definitely say I'm doing all three of those. I'm making sure I'm still going to the gym. Actually, the gym has been my best place to go with this, because when I'm starting to feel angry, that's where I go, and I get to release a lot of that frustration out while I'm lifting weights, and that helps release that. Eating well. Just had a Cobb salad for dinner. My wife made, nice and fresh. Loved it. Eating good, and then getting enough sleep. That's kind of the hardest. The first couple of nights were the hardest, but last night I was able to sleep well, so it is definitely something. So definitely for the people out there going through that, make sure you do that. And then one of the things they always say, honor the deceased. Create a memorial. This can be like an object or a ritual, dedicated space. You know, we had a group chat to group me, three of us in there. My three closest friends, like the literally one, two, and three, and we'd be in there. And that's how we talked every day. I mean, every day. So every day we still talk and
Well,
send stuff like he's in. We didn't kick him out the group chat. He's still in the group me chat. So we're still tagging him in stuff and sending him messages and stuff. So like it never happened. So that's always good. What you gonna say,
Yeah.
Steven? I'm sorry.
I don't even know. Exactly what you said. Honor life though. That's what I would do. Like, um, for my uncle, my aunt's husband that passed. Like when I go to Dominican Republic, like I would probably go and out to his grave, and I don't like doing this because I do this for a living, but I have to take a beer and just drink it right there with them, and just one last toast, like little random stuff like that.
Yeah, that's
Mhm.
Like,
awesome.
and supposedly, like, they took his body like back to my aunt's house before they buried him, and they just had him there like open casket, and they were just playing music and drinking because that's what he liked.
You know what's funny? They
Um,
do that in
and
Spanish
I'm
cultures though. And Puerto Rico,
Mhm.
they did that
bro,
for my grandfather and my aunt. They did the viewing at the house. It was an open casket.
I don't like me personally. I don't want none of that. Like literally, my wife or my kids just go acknowledge the body in the morgue, burn me, and then do a little celebration of life and drink and shit. Like, if anything, shit. If I could find a way in my will to leave a open bar at my fucking at my celebration of life, that's what I would like. But I gotta do that. Like all the it's weird. All the funerals. I've only been to like I think two, maybe three funerals. And dude, we wound up like just drinking. I mean, yeah, there were like Dominican people, but we just wound up drinking. Even like at like literally with the body in front of him. Well, the last funeral, no, that was sad. That was my little nephew that died. One, I didn't drink there. Like, I couldn't. Um, but when my aunt passed, she liked drinking and playing dominoes. Like afterwards, that's what we were doing. It doesn't matter. I don't know. Everybody's different, man. I just
Everybody, yeah,
can't do that
everybody's different how they do
somber
stuff.
shit.
So, but I like how you said that. Honor, do what you do. And then the last thing they always say, with this, which Rex started off perfect with, be patient with yourself. Grief is a process. It takes time to heal. There's no timeline. Everyone's journey is going to be different. Your journey is different than my journey. My journey is different than my other two friends that are in the group chats journeys. Everybody's handling it different. It's okay to have good days and it's okay to have bad days. Unfortunately, it might seem like the bad days right now or when you go through it may outweigh the good days. But I'm hoping I know there's a light at the end of the tunnel and that it doesn't get easier, but it kind of just numbs the pain more. You know what I mean? So,
Mhm.
anything else you want to add on that, Steven or Rex, on the being patient?
No, that's what I said before. You
Literally,
just
that's what it,
no, you got it. You
yeah.
got it. You got it. You got it.
No, I was saying, but and you have to understand everybody's grieving process as well. Like people have to respect, space. Like if you don't want to talk or anything, understand everybody grieves difference. If they straight up tell you, "Hey, I don't want to talk right now," don't get offended by it. Don't make it about you. Like people, every time somebody like they'll turn around and try to make it about them. Like, no, dude, let me grieve. Why are you gonna add, more complication into, what I'm going through, trying to validate yourself? Like, I'll get back to you whenever I'm fine.
And don't the
Exactly.
people that are friends, really quick before you say what you're gonna say, Rex. I think this is really important. Don't take it personal. The person that's grieving, it's hard. I know you want to be there for them. Um, I know you're trying to, help them in their ways, and sometimes it's best to do just like what Steven does. Like I said, like I love Steven message when he sent it. It was just like so perfect. What I needed to hear, short, simple, right to the point. But some people want to just like keep pushing it. Hey, how you doing today? What's going on? This is like that doesn't help the person that's grieving. Go ahead, Steven.
It just hit me. I don't know why it took me so long, bro. The worst thing you could say to somebody who's grieving, I know what you're going through. Yo, we need to normalize not saying that to people. Everybody grieves different. You don't know what the fuck I'm going through. Like everybody's relationship with that person is different to a different degree. Like to me, that's one of the dumbest fucking things you can say to somebody. Like that's why I kind of like there's no words to console you because everybody's different. You know what I'm saying? Like me, I might try to go and just think about all the good times, and that's what's gonna get me through. Don't try to remind me of like something stupid. I feel like a lot of people like their tempers get really short when they're grieving, and like the smallest things
Yeah.
can trigger you that could probably hurt a friendship that you still have, currently while you guys are alive.
Yeah, and that's why I was saying about the anger part. That is perfect. I think when you're going through that anger phase, if you do go through it, because some people don't go through it, you go through that anger phase, you're like, damn, like any little thing sets you off. And you know what you just made me think of too? It didn't mention in this, but I definitely know it has to be one. Some people have the feeling of, I was just making sure I was looking up here, but some people have the feeling of they want to know why them, why a great man of a father of four, always busting his ass working for his kids, why take such a good guy like him away and not the fucking deadbeat down the street that don't do shit? Why does he have to go?
Circle of life, man.
It is, but it sucks when it's so young. You're looking, you're like, dude, 36 years old, man. Like, he fucking he had all his life left still. And it's just like, why? Like, I hate cancer with a passion. I don't understand it. It's taken several people in my family that I really love. And every time it's just like, yo, damn, why, dude? Like, why? But this is also another reason, to make sure you go to the doctor often and get checked. And I told the other two guys, I was like, yo, I haven't been to the doctor either, just like him, in a very long time. Y'all niggas need to go get checked. Because going to the doctor is important. Catch stuff as early as possible, see what's going on. I go yearly. I do my yearly physical. I do my yearly routine, all that. But I do notice in certain ethnicities and stuff like that, people are scared to go to the doctors. And you can't be, man. You gotta go. Gotta go and get yourself checked out. That goes for you too, Rex. You got free healthcare. There's no excuse for you not to go get checked out, my man. Go to the doctor.
I know you're going through some things right now, so I'll educate you later that like freedom's not free, all
Not
right?
free.
From all that line. So it's changed a lot. So I'll update your Canadian Google Dex later, but it's free until 25. I'm 30, so bad boys coming out of pocket. But no, you're right. You're right. And honestly, when it comes to that ethnic stuff, you got to remember that there were bad practices. People were
Yeah.
telling people these things and all that kind of stuff, and that's just a cycle that needs to also be broken. But on the same agreements that like you should go, you should absolutely go make sure and check yourself and all that kind of stuff, right? And to make sure you're good, and and on top of that, like to see what you can do in any regards of the situation.
Yeah. Is there anything else you guys could think of that I might have missed?
I
Nope.
just a
Like
couple
you
of
said,
things I wanted to add on.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a couple of things I just wanted to add on.
Go ahead.
Just to
Please, by all means.
let you guys speak. Appreciate that. You know, um, just about the patience, right? It's funny, but it's grace on both ends. Um, you know, people don't remember the roles that they need to play sometimes in certain situations. So, if you're on the receiving end, whatever side, like if you're reaching out to someone, be honest, right? Like if you don't have no words to say, be honest about it. Um, stand on being on showing again your support and love, but at the same time, like these are some of the things that you may have to do afar, because it all depends on the people, right? When I get in the mode, I just want to be left alone, but I understand both sides. I understand how people want to be there for you because of all the things that you've done for them, or the thing, because that's what people do, you know what I mean? They're not like giving you that general bland because that, like, it's like that's the first thing that they think of, like it's for some people, like it's hard, all right? Like I say they're lucky because they don't have to be in a lot of those situations, and ignorance is bliss in that sense, right? But so, like, sometimes not knowing what to say is the best thing to have, in that regard. So But like I said, back to like how I feel when I get into a mode and I want to be left alone, I just let my people know what's good, and like I'm not tripping, but I just need this time for me. And sometimes people don't have the energy and the time to evoke that, and that's fine. And that's why on the other side you have to know, like, it's not about you. Like, you got to realize, like, some reactions you're gonna get is warranted, right? Just be be truthful, be honest, because that's all the person wants, is just for you to be genuine. So as Steven said before, right, like, you can hash new friendships or build upon that, because that's the beauty of it, right? Is that there are certain situations that end up building a foundation. You grow upon that, and you can say, oh, it had to take this for this to happen, but it depends on how you say it. It really could take somebody, like, a situation to improve something else, but it's only bad because you want it to be bad. It doesn't have to be bad. You're, good and evil, good and bad is just a concept that we put to whatever fits the situation. So if you want that to be an excuse to be bad, by all means, your brain's gonna run with it. That's humans. That's what we do. But if you choose to fight for that positive route, then by all means, you can build off of that, and you can appreciate everything around you and what transpired, to be like, yeah, like, because of this happened, and we go on from there. There's a lot of stuff like that happens, where a bad situation, and you want to turn it around and make positive outcomes and waves from it. So just, again, more power to you and everybody else into that situation. Again, it's not easy. Everybody has their own process, but everybody's got to respect everybody, and at the end of the day, come together.
Oh, definitely. And one last thing too, real quick. Please, for some people, I don't even know if you guys listen, but I'm gonna apologize. I might have made a dumb fucking answer to questions, because I was just angry day one. I was hurt, I was angry, I was frustrated, I was everything. Like, it was bad. But a couple people asked me, is there anything I could do for you? And I'm like, yeah, trade places. And that was fucked up of me. I know that was fucked up of me really bad. And I really do apologize. I realized that. I thought of it after, and I'm gonna send messages once we're done. I'm gonna apologize, like, yo, this is really fucked up of me. I shouldn't have said that. But
that's big on you, bro.
Let me give you a little bit of.
That's big on you. Before you drill him, that's big on you. Like, that's
I'm not
the
gonna
thing that we
drill
were
him.
talking.
Actually,
Okay. I was gonna say, I was
about to
like,
say-
like it's.
I'm gonna get, like, these are instances where I will make. There's, like, no humor to it. But yesterday, one of my employees came to the office. He's Haitian. He was telling me about something gang violence related. With his brother. His brother got shot in Haiti, and that's not a laughing matter. Until he told me he got shot in the dick. And my response to him was, you won't joke about it right now, but about a year from now, you're gonna tell him to get good with his tongue. Bro, he just looked at me like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
okay, so that's the end of this episode, guys. This is getting posted a little late than we normally post Wednesday morning. This is probably, by the time you guys see it, coming out Wednesday night. So we do apologize about that. Service is going to be this Saturday. I'm leaving out of town. But we will have an episode ready for you guys by next week, Wednesday, at the proper time. So I will make sure we get that done. Guys, I appreciate both of you, like I said, like always. And, Rex, the newest member of the inner circle. You were the newest member before he even passed, but you were in there. You're my inner circle of people. Joking around. Steven just got promoted up from number 4 to number 3. It's just a joke.
Let Canadians in your circle.
We all got to start somewhere. Oh yeah. Who's gonna get you your maple syrup, pussy? So
Bro,
relax.
you took it, like, right out of my head. I was like, maple syrup.
Anyways, boys.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys for listening. We appreciate you guys, like always. To see more clips or videos, you can, down below is the link on YouTube. Come check us out. See all our videos. See all the shorts we've been posting. Hope you guys really enjoy that. I know some of them are blowing up, aka Mr. Rex here, the philosopher, he got some stuff. I need Steven to step his game up because he's falling
just be
behind in
yapping.
numbers. Steven was leading the way for a minute, and then Rex came through with one that just like. So, but anyways, we really do appreciate you guys for listening. Like always, if you would like to say anything, any special message back to me, I really appreciate it. You can either email us at cutthecrap with 2 P's, 1 at gmail.com. So that's CUTTHECRAPP1 at gmail.com. Or you can send us a message on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Discord. If you have our number, send us a message there. We do appreciate it. For all the people back home in Virginia that I'm about to see in a couple of days, it's going to be great to see you guys. I apologize again for my attitude that I've had. I know I'm going to probably be a freaking mess Saturday, but it'll be great to see everybody. Till next time, you guys have a wonderful day. Peace.